Welcome back to the USA English Podcast. Hi there, friends. We're so happy you're practicing English with us today. I'm Erica.
And hello, everyone. Thank you for spending your time learning English together with us. And I'm Marco. We're here to help you improve your everyday English in a fun and natural way.
Our goal is simple. We want you to feel confident speaking English in real-life situations.
Absolutely. And today we have a wonderful topic for you. We're going to show you how to talk at the shopping mall in English. This is really useful because shopping malls are everywhere. Whether you're visiting an English-speaking country or just shopping at international stores in your own city, you'll need these expressions.
We're going to share 100 essential phrases you can use when you go shopping. From the moment you walk into a store to the moment you pay for your items, we'll cover everything.
So if you find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. That really helps us keep making these videos for you.
All right, everyone. Ready to learn? Let's begin.
Hey, Erica. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Marco. I'm really excited about today's lesson because I honestly love shopping. What about you?
I'm fine, thanks. You know, I'm not really a big shopper, but last weekend I needed new shoes, so I went to the mall.
Oh, really? How did that go?
It was interesting. I went to 4 different stores and tried on maybe 10 pairs of shoes. By the end, my feet were sore.
That's a lot of shoes. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, finally. But the funny thing was, in one store, the salesperson spoke so fast that I had to ask her to repeat everything 3 times. That reminded me why we make these videos.
That happens to me too sometimes. Even though I speak English well, salespeople can talk very quickly or use words I don't know.
Exactly. So today's lesson is perfect timing. What did you do this weekend, Erica?
Well, actually, I also went to the mall. I needed to buy a birthday gift for my sister. I spent 2 hours looking around different stores.
2 hours? What did you end up buying?
Erica. I bought her a nice scarf and some perfume, but I also bought something for myself. I couldn't resist.
That always happens when you go to the mall. You go for one thing and come back with 5.
So true. Speaking of shopping at the mall, I think our viewers will really benefit from today's lesson. Shopping is one of those activities where you have to speak English, even if you feel nervous.
You're right. You can't just stay quiet when a salesperson asks you questions. You have to respond. So let's help everyone feel confident about shopping in English. Should we start with our main conversation?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, Erica, let's pretend we're at the shopping mall together. We've just arrived and we're walking in through the main entrance.
All right. So, Marco, which store do you want to go to first?
I need to buy some new clothes. Let's go to that clothing store over there. I think they're having a sale.
Oh, I love sales. Wait, how do you know they have a sale?
Look at the window. There's a big sign that says 50% off all items.
Perfect. Let's go inside.
So now we've just walked into the store. What usually happens when you enter a store?
Well, most of the time, a salesperson greets you. They might say, "Hello, welcome," or "Good morning, can I help you with anything?"
Yes, and it's polite to respond. You can say, "Hello, I'm just looking, thank you." Or, "Hi, yes, I'm looking for something specific."
What if I don't want help right away? Sometimes I prefer to look around by myself first.
That's totally fine. You can say, "I'm just browsing."
Thank you. The word browsing means looking around without planning to buy anything specific.
That's a very useful word. So you can say, "I'm just browsing."
Exactly. Now, let's say we're looking at some shirts. I see one I like. What should I do?
Well, if you want to try it on, you first need to find your size. You can look at the tag on the shirt. Sizes are usually small, medium, large, or extra large. Sometimes they use letters S, M, L, XL.
What if I can't find my size on the rack?
Good question. You can ask a salesperson. Say, "Excuse me, do you have this in a medium?" Or, "Do you have this in a size small?"
And what if they don't have my size?
They might say, "I'm sorry, we're out of that size." Or, "Let me check in the back for you."
What does "in the back" mean?
The back is the storage room where stores keep extra inventory. Sometimes they have more items there that aren't on the sales floor.
I see.
So the salesperson goes to the back room to look for your size.
Yes. Now, I've found a shirt in my size. I want to try it on. What do I do?
You need to find the fitting room. That's the place where you try on clothes. Some people call it a dressing room. Both mean the same thing. So you can ask, where is the fitting room, or where can I try this on?
Perfect. The salesperson will then point you to the fitting room. Usually they'll say, the fitting rooms are in the back corner, or right this way, follow me.
Okay, so now you're in the fitting room trying on the shirt. You come out and I'm waiting outside. What do you say to me?
I might ask your opinion. I'd say, what do you think? Does this look good on me?
And I'd give you my honest opinion. I might say, it looks great. Or, I think the blue one suits you better.
What if the shirt doesn't fit properly? Maybe it's too big or too small.
Then you should try a different size. You can tell the salesperson, this is too big. Can I try a smaller size? Or this is too tight. Do you have a larger size?
Yes. Tight means it's too small and uncomfortable. The opposite is loose, which means it's too big.
Got it. So did you decide to buy the shirt?
Let's say yes. I love it and I want to buy it. But first, I want to check the price. How do I ask about the price?
Erica, you can ask, how much is this? Or, what's the price of this shirt? And sometimes the price isn't clear because there's a discount. You might ask, is this on sale? Or, do you have any discounts today?
Oh, that reminds me. Sometimes stores have special promotions like buy one, get one free, or buy two, get 50% off the second item. Those are great deals. You should always ask, do you have any promotions today? You might save money.
That's smart advice. Okay, so you're happy with the shirt and the price. Now you want to pay. What happens next?
The salesperson will say, are you ready to check out? Or would you like to purchase this? Checkout means to pay for your items and leave. Purchase is a more formal word for buy.
Right. So you say, yes, I'm ready to check out. Then you go to the cash register. That's the place where you pay. Some people call it the checkout counter or just the counter.
When you're at the register, the cashier scans your items. Then they tell you the total. They might say, your total is $45, or that will be $45, please.
Now, how do you want to pay? Cash or card?
Good question. The cashier will usually ask, how would you like to pay? Or will that be cash or card? If you're paying with cash, you just give them the money. But if you're paying with a card, they might ask, debit or credit?
Yes. A debit card takes money directly from your bank account. A credit card lets you borrow money that you pay back later.
What if you want to use your phone to pay, like Apple Pay or Google Pay?
You can say, can I pay with my phone? Or do you accept contactless payment? Contactless payment is when you tap your card or phone on the machine without inserting the card.
Exactly. It's very convenient. Now, after you pay, what does the cashier give you?
They give you a receipt. That's the paper that shows what you bought and how much you paid. The cashier might ask, would you like your receipt? Some people don't want paper receipts anymore because they're trying to help the environment.
True. You can say, no thank you, or can you email it to me instead?
Good option. Now, the cashier will put your shirt in a bag. They might ask, do you need a bag? And you can say, yes, please, or no thank you, I have my own bag. Bringing your own bag is good for the environment too.
Okay, so now we have our shopping bag. Before we leave, the cashier will probably say something nice.
Yes, they usually say, thank you for shopping with us, or have a great day. And you should respond politely, thank you, you too, or thanks, have a nice day.
All right, we've left that store. Now let's say I want to go to a shoe store. I need new sneakers.
Okay, we walk into the shoe store. A salesperson approaches us and says, hello, are you looking for anything specific today?
I respond, yes, I'm looking for running shoes, or I need sneakers for the gym.
Good. It helps to be specific. The salesperson can assist you better if they know exactly what you need. The salesperson then says, great, what size are you? Shoe sizes are different from clothing sizes. You need to know your shoe size number. In the US, men's sizes are usually between 7 and 13.
I say, I'm a size 10, or I usually wear size 10.
The salesperson will then show you some options. They might say, "We have these styles in your size," or "Let me show you what we have."
I see several shoes I like. Can I try them all on?
Of course. You can say, "Can I try these on?" or "I'd like to try these, please." The salesperson brings the shoes. You sit down and try them on. But there's a problem. One shoe feels too tight.
You should tell them. Say, this one feels a bit tight. Do you have a size 10.5? A half size means the size between two numbers. For example, 10.5 is between 10 and 11.
Exactly. Sometimes a half size makes a big difference in comfort. Okay, I try the half size and it feels perfect. I walk around the store a little to test them.
That's smart. You should always walk around in shoes before buying them. You want to make sure they're comfortable.
Yes, so I decide to buy these shoes. But wait, they're expensive. Can I ask for a discount?
You can try. Some stores negotiate, but many have fixed prices. You can ask politely, "Is there any discount available?" Or, "Do you have any sales coming up?"
What if they say no?
Then you decide whether you still want to buy them. You can say, "Okay, I'll take them," or "Let me think about it." "Let me think about it" is a polite way to say you're not ready to buy, right?
But let's say you do want to buy the shoes. You go to the register. The cashier says, "Did you find everything okay?" That's a common question. It means, was your shopping experience good? You can simply say, "Yes, thank you."
The cashier rings up your shoes. They say, "Your total is $89.99.
I pay with my credit card. I insert the card into the machine. The machine might ask me to enter my PIN. That's your personal identification number, a secret code for security. After I enter my PIN, the machine says approved. That means the payment worked.
The cashier gives you your receipt and your shoes in a box. They say, "Thank you. Enjoy your new shoes." And you say, "Thank you." Now we're done shopping at the shoe store.
Great. But wait, Erica, what if you get home and you don't like the shoes anymore? What if they don't fit well after all?
Oh no, can you return them? Most stores have a return policy. That means rules about returning items. You should always ask about this before you buy.
What should I ask?
You can ask, "What's your return policy?" Or, "Can I return this if it doesn't fit?"
What will they tell me?
They might say, "You can return it within 30 days with the receipt," or "All sales are final," which means you cannot return it. So it's important to keep your receipt if you might want to return something.
Exactly. Now let's say you do need to return the shoes. You go back to the store with the shoes and the receipt. What do I say to the salesperson?
Erica, you say, "Hi, I'd like to return these shoes," or "I need to return this item, please." They'll probably ask why. What's a good reason?
You can say, "They don't fit well," or "I changed my mind," or "They're not comfortable." Be honest, but polite.
What if I want to exchange them for a different size instead of getting my money back?
Good question. Exchange means to trade for something else. You say, "Can I exchange these for a bigger size?" Or "I'd like to exchange this, not return it." So return means you get your money back, and exchange means you get a different item.
Perfect. The salesperson will process your return or exchange. If it's a return, they'll give you a refund. Refund is the money you get back, right?
Yes. They might ask, "Would you like the refund on your original card, or is store credit?"
What's store credit?
Store credit means you get the money back, but you can only spend it in that store. You can't take cash.
I see. I think I'd prefer the money back on my card.
Most people do. Okay, let's talk about another situation. What if we want to shop for electronics, like a phone or headphones?
Oh, good idea. Electronic stores are a bit different from clothing stores. We walk into an electronics store, a salesperson comes up and says, "Hi, welcome. What are you looking for today?"
I say, "I'm looking for wireless headphones," or "I need a new phone case." The salesperson will probably ask more questions. They might say, "What's your budget?" Or "How much are you looking to spend?" Budget means the amount of money you plan to spend, or can afford to spend.
Right. You can say, "I want to spend around $50," or "I'm looking for something under $100."
The salesperson shows you some options, but you're not sure which one to choose. You want to compare them.
You can ask questions to help you decide, like, what's the difference between these two? Or, which one do you recommend? Recommend means to suggest something because you think it's good.
The salesperson might say, I recommend this one because it has better battery life, or this one is more popular with customers. Those are helpful answers.
What if I want to know more details, like technical information?
You can ask specific questions. How long does the battery last? Or is this compatible with my phone? Or does this come with a warranty?
What's a warranty?
A warranty is a promise from the company that they'll fix or replace the product if it breaks within a certain time. For example, this has a 1-year warranty.
Oh, that's important to know. Okay, I've decided which headphones I want, but can I test them first?
Usually, yes. You can ask, can I try these? Or is there a demo model I can test? A demo model is a display product that customers can try in the store.
Exactly. You try the headphones. The sound is great. You want to buy them. But wait, I have a coupon. I got it in an email from the store.
Oh, good. When you're at the register, tell the cashier, I have a coupon, or can I use this discount code?
What if it's a coupon on my phone?
Just say, I have a digital coupon. Can you scan it? Then show them your phone.
Perfect. The cashier scans my coupon. My total price goes down. I'm happy.
That's the best feeling, saving money. Okay, you pay for the headphones, the cashier puts them in a bag, and gives you the receipt. Before I leave, should I ask about anything else?
Yes, you can ask about the return policy. Say, what if these don't work? Can I return them? And they'll tell you the policy. Maybe they say, you have 14 days to return electronics with the receipt. Good. Now you know.
All right, Marco. We've been shopping for a while. I'm getting tired. I'd like to take a break.
Me too. Should we go to the food court?
Yes. The food court is the area in the mall where there are many different restaurants and places to eat. We walk to the food court. There are so many choices. Pizza, Chinese food, burgers, sandwiches.
I'm trying to decide what to eat. I ask you, what are you in the mood for? In the mood for means what you want to eat right now.
I say, I'm in the mood for something light, maybe a salad.
I say, I want something filling. I'm really hungry. Filling means food that makes you feel full and satisfied.
Exactly. I decide to get a burger. I walk up to the burger restaurant. The person at the counter says, Hi, what can I get for you? That's a common phrase at restaurants. It means, what would you like to order?
I look at the menu on the wall. I say, can I have a cheeseburger, please? The worker asks, would you like fries with that? Or what size drink would you like? These are upselling questions. They're trying to get you to buy more items. You can say, yes, please, or no, thank you, just the burger.
What if you want to make your order bigger, like a meal combo? You can ask, do you have a combo meal? Or can I make that a meal? A combo usually includes a main item, fries, and a drink. That's often cheaper than buying items separately.
True. Okay, so I order a combo meal. The worker says, for here or to go? That means, will you eat here or take it with you? You answer, for here, please, or to go, please.
I say, for here. Then they ask what size drink, small, medium, or large. I always get medium. Not too big, not too small.
Me too. So the worker tells me my total. I pay with cash. This time they give me a number on a stand. The number is so they can find you when your food is ready. You take it to your table and wait.
After a few minutes, they call out, number 42. That's my number. I go get my food. Now we're sitting at a table in the food court eating our food.
This is nice.
It is. Shopping makes you hungry. All right, after we eat, we should probably do a little more shopping. I want to look at the bookstore.
Oh, I love bookstores. Let's go.
We finish eating and walk to the bookstore. In the bookstore, the books are organized by category: fiction, nonfiction, self-help, cooking, travel.
I'm looking for a specific book. I can't find it. I should ask someone who works here.
Yes, you can say, excuse me, I'm looking for a book called title, or do you have any books by this author?
An author is the person who wrote the book.
Right. The worker might say, "Let me check our system," or "I'll look that up for you." They type on their computer, then they say, "Yes, we have it. Follow me, I'll show you where it is."
That's helpful. They walk you to the correct section and point to the book.
Perfect. I found it, but I want to see what it's about before I buy it.
You can read the description on the back cover, or you can flip through the pages to see if you like the writing style.
I like it. I'm going to buy it. I also grab a magazine while I'm here. We go to the register. The cashier says, "Hi, did you find everything you were looking for today?"
I say, "Yes, thank you." This is a polite conversation that happens at most stores. The cashier scans your book and magazine. They say, "Your total is $27.
I pay with my card. The cashier says, "Would you like a bag for those?" And you say yes or no depending on what you prefer. I say, "Yes, please." They put my items in a bag. I'm happy with my purchase.
Great. Now, Marco, before we leave the mall, I want to stop at one more store, the cosmetics store.
Oh no, this is where I get lost. I don't understand makeup and beauty products.
Don't worry, I'll teach you. We walk into the cosmetics store. There are so many products: lipstick, perfume, skincare, makeup. A salesperson comes up and asks, "Are you looking for anything in particular today?"
I say, "Yes, I'm looking for a moisturizer for dry skin." Moisturizer is a cream that makes your skin soft and hydrated.
Exactly. The salesperson says, "Let me show you our best sellers." Best sellers means the products that many people buy. They're popular. The salesperson shows me 3 different moisturizers. I'm not sure which one to choose. I ask, "Can you recommend one for sensitive skin?"
Sensitive skin means skin that gets irritated easily.
Erica, the salesperson recommends one, but I want to try it first. I ask, "Do you have any samples?" Samples are small, free portions of the product that you can try before buying the full size.
That's nice. Now you can test it at home before spending money.
Exactly. But I also want to buy some perfume today. I ask, "Can I smell this perfume?" The salesperson sprays the perfume on a paper strip. You smell it. I like it. I ask, "How much is this?"
They tell you the price, but it's expensive. You say, that's a bit more than I wanted to spend. Do you have anything similar that's less expensive? That's a polite way to say something is too expensive.
The salesperson shows me another perfume. This one is cheaper and smells nice too. I say, "I'll take this one."
Perfect. We go to the register and pay.
All right, Marco, I think we're done shopping for today. We've been here for 3 hours.
Wow, 3 hours. But we bought a lot of nice things.
We did. Before we leave, let's stop at the information desk. I want to ask about parking validation.
What's that?
Some malls offer free or discounted parking if you shop there. You take your parking ticket to a store and they stamp it or validate it.
Oh, that's good to know. So we walk to the information desk. We say, "Excuse me, where can I get my parking validated?"
The person at the desk says, "If you spent $25 or more, any store can validate your parking." We definitely spent more than that. So we go back to one of the stores where we shopped. We give them our parking ticket. The cashier stamps it and says, "Here you go. Your parking is free for the first 3 hours."
Excellent. That saves us money. Okay, Erica, now we can really leave.
Erica, we walk to the parking lot. Wait, where did we park? I can't remember.
This happens to me all the time. I always forget where I parked. We need to look for our car. Pro tip, take a photo of your parking spot number when you arrive. Then you won't forget.
That's smart advice. Okay, we found the car. We put all our shopping bags in the trunk. We're tired but happy. We had a successful shopping trip and we practiced so much English.
That was great. I think our viewers learned a lot from this conversation.
You know, Marco, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go over some of the most important ones for our viewers.
Great idea. This will help everyone remember what we talked about. First word, browsing. This means looking around a store without planning to buy anything specific. You're just exploring.
Oh yes, I do this all the time. When a salesperson asks if I need help, I often say, I'm just browsing, thank you. For example, I spent an hour browsing in the bookstore but didn't buy anything. Or, I love browsing through clothing racks on weekends. Another example, she was browsing the shoe section when she found the perfect pair of boots.
What do you like to browse for, Erica?
I like browsing in electronics stores. I enjoy looking at new gadgets, even when I don't need them.
Next word, fitting room. This is the small private room where you try on clothes before buying them. Some call it a dressing room.
Yes, I always need to use the fitting room because I can never tell if something will fit just by looking at it. For example, the fitting room is located at the back of the store, or you can only take 6 items into the fitting room at one time. She tried on 5 dresses in the fitting room before finding one she liked.
Do you always use the fitting room when you shop for clothes?
Always. I learned my lesson. I used to buy clothes without trying them on, and then they didn't fit at home. That was frustrating.
That's a common mistake. Next word, tight. This means something is too small or fits too closely. It's uncomfortable. The opposite is loose, which means too big or baggy.
Right. For example, these jeans are too tight. I need a bigger size. Or, this shirt feels tight around the shoulders. My shoes were tight at first, but they stretched after I wore them a few times.
What do you do when something is too tight, Erica?
I exchange it for a larger size. I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Good choice. Next word, checkout. This is a phrasal verb that means to pay for your items and complete your purchase. We also use checkout as a noun. The checkout counter is where you pay.
Exactly. For example, are you ready to check out? Or, there's a long line at the checkout. I need to check out quickly because the store closes in 10 minutes.
When you shop, do you prefer self-checkout or regular checkout?
Erica, I usually prefer regular checkout because sometimes the self-checkout machines are confusing.
I understand. Next phrase, return policy. This is the store's rules about returning items and getting your money back. This is really important to know before you buy something expensive.
Yes. For example, always ask about the return policy before making a purchase. Or, this store has a 30-day return policy. Their return policy is very strict. All sales are final.
Do you usually check the return policy when you shop?
I do when I'm buying something expensive, like electronics or shoes. I want to make sure I can return it if there's a problem.
That's smart. Next word, refund. This is the money you get back when you return something. You can use it as a noun or a verb. I got a refund, or they refunded my money.
Good point. For example, I returned the shirt and received a full refund. Or, it takes 5 to 7 business days for the refund to appear on your card. The store refused to refund my money because I didn't have the receipt.
Have you ever had to get a refund for something?
Yes, I bought a phone case online once and it didn't fit my phone. I returned it and got a refund. The process was easy.
Next word, exchange. This means to trade one item for another, usually a different size or color. So instead of getting your money back, you get a different product.
Right. For example, I'd like to exchange these shoes for a bigger size. Or, can I exchange this blue sweater for a red one? The store allowed me to exchange the shirt within 14 days.
Do you prefer to exchange or return?
It depends. If I like the item but just got the wrong size, I exchange it. If I don't like it at all, I return it.
Makes sense. Next phrase, on sale. This means an item has a reduced price or discount. This is different from for sale, which just means something is available to buy.
Important distinction. For example, these shoes are on sale, 50% off. Or, I only buy clothes when they're on sale. Everything in the store is on sale this weekend.
Are you someone who waits for sales, or do you buy things at full price?
I definitely wait for sales. I'm patient. I can wait a few weeks to save 30 or 40%.
That's a good shopping strategy. Next word, budget. This is the amount of money you plan to spend or can afford to spend. It's important to have a budget when you go shopping, or you might spend too much.
That's so true. For example, my budget for new clothes is $100 per month. Or, this phone is outside my budget. It's too expensive. I'm on a tight budget right now, so I'm only buying necessities.
Do you set a budget before you go shopping?
I try to. Sometimes I forget and then I spend more than I planned. Then I feel guilty later.
That happens to everyone. Next word, warranty. This is a written guarantee from the company that they'll repair or replace a product if it breaks within a certain time. Warranties are especially important for electronics and appliances.
Yes. For example, this laptop comes with a 2-year warranty. Or, I'm glad I bought the extended warranty because my phone broke after 8 months. Always read the warranty terms carefully before you buy.
Do you usually buy extended warranties for expensive electronics?
For very expensive items, yes. For cheap items, no. It depends on the price and how important the item is to me.
That's a reasonable approach. Next phrase, best seller. This refers to a product that sells very well and is popular with many customers. Stores love to promote their best sellers because they know people want popular items.
Exactly. For example, this moisturizer is our best seller. Hundreds of people buy it every month. Or, the best seller in the store is the classic white sneaker. I always check the best sellers when I'm not sure what to buy.
That's not a bad strategy. Last phrase for today, sample. This is a small amount of a product given for free so you can try it before buying the full size. Samples are common in cosmetic stores and sometimes in food courts.
Yes. For example, can I have a sample of this perfume? Or, they were giving out free samples of the new ice cream flavor. I collected samples of 5 different moisturizers before deciding which one to buy.
Do you like getting samples?
Erica, I love samples. It's the best way to test a product without wasting money on something you might not like.
I agree completely. Okay, let me quickly summarize all the vocabulary we covered.
Yes, let's review them. Browsing, looking around without a specific plan to buy. Fitting room, where you try on clothes. Tight, too small or uncomfortable. Checkout, to pay for your items. Return policy, rules about returning items. Refund, money you get back. Exchange, trading one item for another. On sale, reduced price. Budget, money you plan to spend. Warranty, guarantee to fix or replace. Bestseller, popular product. Sample, small free portion to try.
Those are all super useful words for shopping. Okay, Erica, that was a lot of talking about shopping at the mall.
It really was, but shopping involves so many different steps and conversations. Let's think about what we learned today and break it down for our viewers.
Good idea. That way, everyone can remember the main points. First, we learned about entering a store and greeting salespeople. When you walk into a store, a salesperson usually says hello and offers help. You can respond with phrases like, I'm just browsing, thank you, or yes, I'm looking for something specific.
Right. It's important to be polite. Even if you don't want help, say, no thank you, with a smile.
Then we talked about trying on clothes. If you want to try something on, you need to find your size first. Look at the tag or ask a salesperson, do you have this in a medium? Then you go to the fitting room or dressing room to try it on. You can ask for opinions from friends or salespeople by saying, does this look good? Or, what do you think?
After that, we discussed checking prices and paying. You can ask, how much is this? Or, what's the price? When you're ready to buy, the salesperson will say, are you ready to check out? At the register, the cashier will ask, how would you like to pay? Cash or card? You tell them your payment method and complete the transaction. Don't forget to take your receipt.
We also covered returns and exchanges. Before you buy something, ask about the return policy. Say, what's your return policy? Or, can I return this if I change my mind? If you need to return something, bring it back with the receipt. Tell them, I'd like to return this. Or, can I exchange this for a different size? It's that simple.
Then we talked about shopping for different types of items. For shoes, you need to know your shoe size and try them on. Walk around in the store to make sure they're comfortable. For electronics, ask about warranties and features. For cosmetics, ask for samples if you want to test products first.
We also discussed shopping etiquette and useful tips. Look for sales and discounts to save money. Ask about promotions. Use coupons if you have them. And always be polite to salespeople. They're there to help you.
And finally, we talked about taking a break at the food court and other mall activities, like validating parking and remembering where you parked.
When you put it all together, shopping in English is actually quite simple. You just need to know a few key phrases for each situation.
Exactly. The most important thing is to be polite and not be afraid to ask questions. Salespeople want to help you. If you don't understand something, say, "Can you repeat that, please?" Or, "I don't understand. Can you explain?"
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you shop in English, the more confident you'll become.
So true. Don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning. The important thing is to try. Now, we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part of the video.
Yes, we love reading your comments and learning about your experiences. Our question of the day is, what is your favorite store to shop at, and what do you usually buy there?
Great question. Okay, I'll answer first. My favorite store is an electronics store called Tech World. I usually buy phone accessories and headphones there. I don't buy big electronics very often, but I love looking at the newest phones and laptops. It's fun, even when I don't buy anything.
See? Erica loves browsing. My favorite store is a clothing store called Style & Co. I usually buy dresses and accessories there. I like it because they always have sales and the staff is very friendly and helpful. I probably shop there once a month.
We have completely different favorite stores, and that's okay. Everyone has different shopping preferences.
Exactly. So viewers, we want to know about you. What is your favorite store? It can be a clothing store, shoe store, bookstore, cosmetic store, or any type of store. And tell us what you usually buy there. Clothes, shoes, books, food? We want to know. Please tell us in the comments. Write, "My favorite store is..." something. Then tell us why you like it and what you buy there.
For example, you can write, "My favorite store is Bookmart. I usually buy novels and magazines there. I love it because it has a coffee shop inside." Or, "My favorite store is Fashion Plaza. I usually buy shoes and handbags there. The prices are good and they have a great return policy."
See how easy it is? Just share your experience with us. Writing your answer in English is great practice for you, and it helps us understand what our viewers are interested in, so we can make better videos for you.
So please take a moment and leave a comment. We read every single comment, and we really appreciate your engagement. We can't wait to hear from you.
All right, everyone. We're almost at the end of today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you learned a lot about shopping at the mall in English.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. That tells us you enjoyed the lesson and helps other people find our videos too.
And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it. That way, you'll get a notification every time we upload a new video. You won't miss any of our lessons. We upload new videos every day with practical English conversations just like this one.
You are all doing a great job learning English. We're proud of you for taking the time to improve your skills. Remember, learning a language takes time and practice. Don't be discouraged if you don't understand everything right away. Keep watching, keep practicing, and you will improve.
And the best way to learn is to use English in real life. So the next time you go shopping, try using some of the phrases we taught you today. Even if you feel nervous, just try. Making mistakes is part of learning. Every time you practice, you get better.
We believe in you. Keep up the great work.
All right, everyone, that's all for today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next video.
Until then, keep practicing your English. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.